I have to get... Your wife... No, that's not... No, that's... No, that... No, that... No, that... No, that's... There's a text message from Karina. What's your sister's name?
Karina. I haven't seen her since, well...
Did she reply to that picture you sent her?
Yes. She commented on... She said she loved the color of the dress because it was her favorite color.
What is that?
Blue. Karina's favorite color is blue. It was our mother's favorite color as well.
What was your wife's dress?
Blue.
Is this a note? Maybe I can make him remember it. Did you give her something that day? Anything?
Yes, in fact I did. A note.
What did the note say?
I don't remember. It was... I saw her opening the note as the tea pulled away.
Your wife would...
Yeah.
How can I find the date? Do you remember the date when this happened?
No.
Was this like the day before? I'm just gonna fucking Google it. I'm not going out of my way.
But I need something to... Robert, please.
Don't take long.
All this running back and forth.
Agent Reed, what are you...
I was wondering if I could borrow...
No, you...
It'll only...
I said...
There's one way to get your thing.
That's Dr. Gallagher's office. That's Dr. Gallagher's office.
Yeah, I need to call it. Damn it, bitch.
That's Dr. Gallagher's office. Buddy?
Yo!
I could use your help with Gallagher.
What do you want me to do?
You said your new hobby is to get on Gallagher's nerves. Can I see you in action?
That would make my day.
Wait 2 minutes and then meet me at the morgue.
Hello, Dr. Cadaver. Anything up?
Colby, what a surprise.
I was just thinking about you. My pet cockroach just died, and I wanted you to run an autopsy.
Oh, my lord.
Please, it's very important. I'm very sentimental.
Colby, you should go back to your hole upstairs before I make you part of my job.
I'm sure I could liven things up around here.
I'm past counting to 10.
That's awesome.
It would be awesome if you let me go back to my work.
All right, Gally. I'll get out of your head.
Thank you. Oh, my lord. Unbelievable.
All right, plugged in.
October 12th, 2008, recordings of case 342980, Sarah Goodman's death.
Mr. Goodman, can you recall the events of the last time you saw your wife?
It was last Wednesday. I had to leave again for a business trip.
What do you do, Mr. Goodman?
I'm the vice president of a goods export company. My job involves a lot of travel.
Did your wife approve of your lifestyle?
No, Sarah was never happy about it, especially after we moved to Boston. We lived in a small town in California, but with the promotion, I had to move to the headquarters.
Did your wife have any friends or acquaintances?
No, Sarah was very lonely.
Was she depressed?
Where are you going with this?
Please answer the question.
Yes, Sarah was on antidepressants, but she would have never done this to herself. Mr. Goodman, let's go back to that last meeting with her. Was your wife upset that night? Our anniversary was last Wednesday. She was sad I was going to spend another one away, so we had dinner at our favorite restaurant. I had to leave from there, so we walked to the closest train station. I looked at my cell phone when I was leaving, and I told her it was our time. Inside joke. I handed her a note. The note said...
Damn. What would I need to reenact that time? Robert, I want you to listen to this and tell me if it brings back any memories.
Mr. Goodman, let's go back to that last meeting with her. Was your wife upset that night? Our anniversary was last Wednesday. She was sad I was going to spend another one away, so we had dinner at our favorite restaurant. I had to leave from there, so we walked to the closest train station. I looked at my cell phone when I was leaving, and I told her it was our time. Inside joke. I handed her a note. The note's,
Any information you can give me from here?
The time. 9:30 p.m. It was something that Sarah always remembered from some date we had when we started going out. That was the time that night. Yes.
What about the note? What did the note say?
I don't remember. Don't you wish sometimes we could go back in time? I would have never left her that night.
What would I need to reenact that time? How can I find the time? Do you remember the...
No.
Can you remember the time?
The time. 9:30.
No, that's not right. All right, what do we have here? What did the note say? I need to gather more info. My visions are too confused. What about the note? What did the note say?
I'm sorry, Agent.
Do you remember?
No.
October 2008. This should help me figure out what I need.
Okay.
What station were they at? Robert, you mentioned the last time you saw your wife was at a train station. Can you remember what station it was?
Oh, gosh. I don't remember what station it was, but I do remember I took her to a Thai restaurant on Boylston Street. Her favorite place. They have the best chicken curry in town. We went to the closest station on our way back.
Do you remember the name of the restaurant?
No. I'm sure I could remember if I hear the name.
This should help. Robert, please.
Don't take long.
It's like the worst interrogation ever. She's left the room like 40 times. Poor guy's probably been here like 4 days already. Time to use the internet machine. Oh, ghost chair again. It's the best kind of chair. Ghost chair. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh my god, I could have just gone on my phone.
Okay, let me look for that restaurant's name to help Robert. There we go. This should help Robert. He stopped derping. Okay, Robert, tell me if any of these ring a bell. Fusion noodles.
That doesn't sound right.
Pad Thai.
That doesn't
Basil leaf.
No.
Ginger and basil.
That doesn't sound...
Curry Palace.
Yes! The Curry Palace. That's the one.
Okay, we're making progress. Robert, you mentioned the last time you saw...
Oh, gosh.
Do you remember the name of...
Yes!
What about the note?
I'm sorry, Agent.
You gotta work with me, bro. That has to be a then co-play.
What about the note?
I'm sorry, Agent.
Robert. Do you remember the name?
Yes!
Robert, please stay here. I have to get something done.
Don't take long.
McCoy?
Red?
I need to know what that damn note says.
Wouldn't your power help you?
No, it doesn't. Unless I reenacted whatever happened back then. I need to know what that damn note says.
Wouldn't your power help you?
No, it doesn't. Unless I reenacted whatever happened back then.
Go ahead, Red.
So I need one more item, because there's only 2 in there. Should have just taken him with me. He would have been the 3rd.
Hey, Sully.
Hi, Erica.
See you later, Sully.
Yeah.
This is a crazy idea, but let's see if it works. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'll give it a try.
This is obviously a suicide. At least it'll pass as one. We don't have time to deal with this.
Don't you want to investigate further?
When you've been on the force as long as I have, you'll learn to pick the big cases from the ones that'll only suck up your resources and not go anywhere. We'll talk more outside.
Do you remember any other details?
Oh, Sarah was romantic. She liked nice dinners with candles and having a song that was just for us. That night I handed her a note. The note said, it was something from a song called The Taking from the Scarlet Furies. She told me several times that it was our song. So I wrote her something from those lyrics. I wish I'd paid attention to that stuff when it mattered.
I can't just tell it to him. What about the note?
I'm sorry.
What did the note What did the note? I need to gather more.
Do you remember?
Oh, this is it. This is the song. The Taking by the Scarlet Furies. Sorry, I thought I had set this to vibrate.
That...
What about it?
That song. That's our song. Oh, the note I wrote her had a phrase from that song. And though the rest I'm bound to lose, the one thing I'll take with me is you. This is... strange.
It's a great song. And maybe it's a sign. I really do think I can help you, Robert.
I remember now. I remember clearly. I took a picture of Sarah before we walked down to Copley Station. Sarah had that look on her face. I knew exactly what it was.
God, this station is dirty.
They need the janitor from our station. What's his name again?
Mr. Longmore. Anthony.
Anthony, yes. He's a nice man.
Yeah, he's one of the only friends I have.
You have to make an effort to like this city.
It feels like our life is a long string of goodbyes.
And hellos. Sarah, you know this is what I do for a living. Here, I wrote this for you. I could only find a napkin. I love you, Sarah.
Your train is here.
I'll be back before you know it. That was the last time I ever saw her alive. After I found her hanging in our apartment, my job, none of it made sense anymore. You have your name now. Am I free to go, Agent Reed?
think he can go.
Robert, I'm going to do my best to get to the bottom of this.
Oh, thank you. For Sarah's sake. You're a kind woman. I know it's none of my business, but you mentioned a brother who'd been murdered. Whatever happened to him, let it go. Don't end up where I did.
Aw, poor guy.
Way to go, kiddo. Go search that name. I'll give the man a ride.
Thanks. Have you seen any good memories lately? I have one for you. Search for Amy Lewis. I'm sure it'll ring a bell or two. Oh. Who the hell is sending me these? Anthony Longmore. Worked for the T. This is our guy.
But this is my phone. But my phone. How else am I supposed to connect? This thing. It's the only other technology I have. How does that even work? That doesn't even.
I don't need to request.
Okay, damn, calm down. Was that a chick?
I don't need to request any evidence right now. Another hanging. Ruled as a suicide. But I have a feeling it's another murder. I'll have to check on this case later. For now, I'll focus on the Goodman case. Who's sending me these messages? I don't need to request.
Dang. Why is there even anything? Okay, suck.
McCoy?
Red? Do you have an address?
Yeah, heading there now. Coming?
Ah, no. Too many donuts. You take Sully with you.
Great.
What? He worked on the case?
Did he put you up to this?
Ain't Cupid a fat ass too? How's the case going? Well, you know.
I just got a message in my phone pointing me to another victim. Another girl found hanged in her house 2 years ago.
So what's on your mind?
I think we're looking at a serial killer. The real question is, why would the killer change his patterns all of a sudden?
What do you mean?
His previous victims passed as suicides. This was an obvious murder.
Guy got tired of dancing and wants to get caught?
I don't know. This seems too complicated in a way. It seems almost like a game.
It's not common, but killers do change MO from time to time.
Maybe. I'm going to go back to...
Go get him, Red.
Hey, Sully.
Hi, Erica.
I need you to come with me.
Lunch?
Would you drop it with that damn lunch? We got work to do.
I thought you didn't want me to come with you.
Well, yeah, I do now. Hurry up before I change my mind.
I got the keys from the landlord.
2 points for diplomacy.
Hey, you know me. I'm a charmer. He mentioned that Longmore was going to move out at the end of the month. What are we looking for?
Anything that can tell us why this guy was killed. Sully, I need to go...
Sure.
I don't want to leave. Get back in there. Stop it. I need to be there.
He worked for the T. Tacky.
Found something?
Maybe.
Let me get down there for you.
Always a gentleman.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Alright, give me some time to go through this.
How did that even happen? What the fuck did I just see?
It's a bachelor pad, all right. Longmore's 45 now. Probably never married.
Tom tells me.
These look like pieces of the same picture. Who is this person?
Four, 7, 6, 4, 7, 1.
No, that's not right.
Well done. Oh, I have to do
What is all that?
Let's look at it. This file has info on 3 different women, all from Memphis. And things in here. A candy wrapper, a few long strands of hair. A long handwritten dialogue between one of the women and someone else. The women's names are Carolyn Palmer, Mega Martha, and Beth Williams. There are 3 women profiled in this folder, all from New York. It's full of little notes, shopping habits, places where they ate, clothes they wore most frequently. The 3 women's names are Janelle Katona, Emily Carlson, and Nadia Schwartz. Elizabeth, it looks like Longmore had a pretty detailed fantasy life with you. Lots of notes on it. He knew where you lived, too. 730 Joy Street. Looks like he tracked you for some time, Amy. Address is at 1170 Melrose. This is the one that's not a surprise. Sarah, murdered in her house at 514 Chestnut Street. Maybe I'm just exhausted right now, but sometimes this shit gets to me. This file This is our guy, Longmore. So he's kept a file on himself? I see. Looks like he worked in public transportation in New York and Memphis. He was charting his weight every few days. He has a detailed account list of all the movies he's seen this year, and women he noticed while in the theater. I'll look at those other cases in more detail later. I want to focus on the case at hand, and I think I have all the info I need with the Boston profiles. Damn it, this was right under my nose. Sully, call someone in the department and find more on these women.
You got it. Hey, Martin. Yeah, I need you to look a few things over for me. Yeah, I have a couple of names for you. Yeah. Uh-huh. Right, okay, the first one. Okay, we got some info here. These women were all suicides, except for Emily Carlson in New York. They never caught the killer, but it was an obvious murder. The third woman in New York, Nadia Schwartz, hasn't been reported as missing or dead.
I think it's pretty obvious.
Sully, Anthony Longmore was a killer.
You think? What's our evidence?
Those women from the safe are his victims. He took those photographs. And he's been doing it for years, until someone stopped him last night. He was in Tennessee first, and then in New York. He killed these women, and he had a pattern. He kills in groups of 3.
How do you know?
2 reasons. He worked for the T. Fingerprint bypass? What do I do now? Okay, let's try this. There we go. Who the hell is sending me these? This guy again. Who the hell is he? Samuel Sewell was one of 6 judges that sentenced 19 men and women in the Salem witch trials in Salem, Massachusetts. Of all the judges, he was the only one who later repented, taking all of the blame and shame for the sins he had committed by sentencing the innocent people to death by hanging. The case of Judge Sewell provides a very interesting view on how the power of governmental agencies can, if abused, act against the same people who elected them and whom they are sworn to protect. Had Samuel Sewell and his fellow judges investigated the cases further and not opted for superstitious view, the whole tragedy could have been averted. A memory card? Okay. There's only one picture decorating the entire room. This guy fits the lonely profile, all right. I bet this is his mother. Doesn't seem used much. He must get a lot of takeout. It's a bachelor pad. He worked for the tea. Elizabeth, it looks like Longmore had a pretty detailed fantasy life with you. Lots of notes on it. He knew where... This is the one... Looks like he tracked you for some time, Amy. Address is at 1170 Melrose. There are I'll look at those up. This is our guy. I'll look at those. Sully.
You think?
Those women from the safe are... He killed these women. He kills and...
How do you know?
2 reasons. He was moving out soon, and... he's killed 3 victims in every state except for New York. Look at the boxes. You mentioned the landlord said he was moving out. He was done here, ready to go on to the next city. He killed in 3s all the time.
But what happened in New York? Why is Nadia Schwartz still alive?
Because of Emily Carlson's case. They almost caught him. He fled New York before his work was done there, and he could never get to Nadia Schwartz. It's clear, even the way he met his victims.
How?
He met them through public transportation. He worked there. That's where he targeted his victims.
Yeah, you're right. But if this piece of shit was murdered last night, done in the same way that he killed his victims, then who killed him?
Good question. And why did they send clues to Davies? And to me?
This is a hell of a mind screw. We gotta keep looking. It's a bunch of tools. Lots of rope. And get this, even some nooses. I also found this.
Hello, hello. I've been looking for you. Good job, Sully. I got it. It's all together now. There are some letter sliders here. There's a question. Who repented? I can't move him. What am I missing? There we go. I should be able to move the letters now. Creepy. Huh. What's this? It's a memory card. Let's see what happens. What game do you want me to play now? Hey, isn't that...
You got it. The Old South Meeting House?
Yeah, what's that got to do with anything? Sully, look at this. Over 3 centuries ago, Samuel Sewell repented in the Old South Meeting House for atrocities he once helped along. Tonight, someone new will take the blame and shame.
There's something loading.
As long as it's not a bomb.
This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Drop it, you ass.
We make a good team, don't we?
Shit, Sully, it's Davies. She's a target.
What the fuck? How do you know? I can't...
Trust me on this. We gotta get to the meeting house now. Move it. We're pulling in right now.
Erica, wait for backup.
John, Davies could be in there. Did you try her phone?
She's not picking it up. No one's heard from her all day.
Get your ass here quick. We're pulling in.
I'm on my way.
What's the plan?
Check out the bell tower out front. I'll head into the main building hall from the side door. Be careful.
You too.
I have to stay undercover. He's got a better vantage point. He'll see me. A virtual presenter. That damn presenter thing gave me up! A virtual presenter. Construction stuff. A wall plug. Construction stuff. Construction. That's too far. Oh, got it. There, that should do it. It's too far away. This is not going to work with this. Let's try this. It's too far away. Let's try this. Aha! That should make things a little more even.